Welcome back. The Department of Defense announcing it will allow Muslim students to wear hijabs while participating in junior ROTC on a case-by-case basis, or perhaps turbans as well. This after the Muslim activist group CAIR complained when this 14-year-old girl in Tennessee was not allowed to wear her hijab while marching with her junior ROTC in her school's homecoming parade. But the Army has always had rules in place to deal with religious clothing. Joining us right now is the president and founder of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy, who served for 11 years as an officer in the U.S. Navy, Dr. Zuhdi Jasser. He joins us today from Phoenix. Good morning to you, Doctor.
Good morning. It's nice to be with you.
It's great to have you as well. So let's start with, for a while, the U.S. military has allowed non-standard headwear, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's been an evolution. In the 80s, actually, in Goldman versus Secretary Weinberger, the Supremes actually ruled in favor of the Air Force that they didn't have to allow a Jewish service member to wear a kippah. And then in the 90s with the Religious Freedom Act, and then just 2 years ago, there was a directive, DOD Directive 1300.17, that basically said that they would start to make allowances for headgear and other accoutrements as long as it stayed within uniform and there were exemptions applied for. And that's been part of the policy, and there are a number of Sikhs already serving in the U.S. military wearing their turban and even beards.
Okay, so now comes the news that CAIR is going, well, look at this, we were able to change the law. That's not exactly right, is it?
It isn't. I mean, what happened to Ms. Zuhdi in Tennessee was unfortunate, that her JROTC did not know the rules and should have told her that she could apply for an exemption. But this was, you know, CAIR taking credit for this is like the rooster taking credit for the morning. I mean, this has been policy. You know, they should have just said that. The unfortunate thing is that the Army's letter they sent to CAIR, and they really shouldn't have. I mean, the FBI in 2008 in a letter to Senator Kyle basically said they don't recognize CAIR because they have not been clear on their position on Hamas, so they're basically persona non grata. And yet you have the Army saying based on their concerns they're addressing this, which is just inappropriate and feeds into empowering these Islamist groups that is not really the reality. And the Army already had a policy in place, and there are many, not only Muslims, but Jews and Sikhs and others that are affected by this policy.
Sure, and the only reason they would ever be denied wearing what they would prefer religiously would be a safety issue. I mean, I remember a couple of years ago, a woman was denied wearing a ponytail because it's not safe.
Exactly, and that's why you need exemptions. You know, having served for 11 years, I understand that there has to be uniformity, and they also want the service members' safety related to wearing chemical biological masks and being able to have good seals, etc. And once they prove that they can do that, they get the exemption. And the onus is on the member to ask for exemption. There's a process to do that. But all of a sudden, to take this 14-year-old girl from Tennessee and make her another part of their ambulance-chasing civil rights movement rather than actually dealing. Yes, it's important that they have the freedom to wear the hijab, but as Muslim organizations, we should be more concerned about what's inside their head rather than what's around their head.
Well put. All right, Dr. Jasser joining us today from Phoenix very early. Thank you very much, sir, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. What do you think about that? Email us, friends@foxnews.com. Meanwhile.